What they do, all of my grammatics. This is another deep dive tape stash with your boy Orion, aka Brass Balls. If you love these episodes, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel Orion Hip Hop. You can view all the old past episodes. I take them off my Instagram, but I leave them on the YouTube. So if you're just new to this and what I'm doing with these deep dive tape cassette reviews, go peep some of the old episodes if you like what you hear. Feel me? Now let's keep it moving with this thing that we got in front of you, and it's The Roots, What They Do. This tape right here holds a special place in my heart, and I'm gonna get into all of that right now. Now, this isn't a tape that I've had in the stash for very long. In fact, this was a recent eBay purchase, and I only copped it because it came in a bundle with a bunch of other tapes that I wanted. So, you know, good for me, right? Anyways, the tape itself, what I like about it is that it's got the 2 LP tracks and it's got instrumentals for both of the tracks. So an instrumental for the track on side A, which is What They Do, and an instrumental on side B, which is Respond, React. Both of these tracks, both of these beats are fire in my opinion. So kudos to Geffen Records for doing that. Although I would have appreciated a little Roots exclusive of a joint that's not on Illadelph. That would have been dope. For all the Roots diehard fans out there, there is a podcast by Open Mike Eagle called What Had Happened Was. He picks out a legendary producer and picks their brain for I don't know how many episodes, however deep their discography goes. That's how long the episodes go. He did Prince Paul, he did LP, he did Dante Ross, and this go around he's doing Questlove. So do yourself a favor, go check out the Open Mike Eagle podcast, What Had Happened Was. It's available on Spotify. I'm pretty sure it might be available on other streaming platforms as well. Now, I've been on point watching this season because it's been crazy dope with Questlove giving you the ins and outs of each release, and so far they're on Illadelph Halflife, and the tale that he had to say about this song, What They Do, is epic. It's dope. I never knew, you know, the friction that this song and the video created with the Roots and acts like the Notorious B.I.G., Puff Daddy, and then how it fed into a legendary night that went down at Lyricist Lounge. But I ain't gonna give it all away. You're gonna have to tune into that What Had Happened Was episode and hear it for yourself. Trust me, if you're a Roots fan, you wanna see this. Now, what I was talking about is the video. If you're a Roots fan, you know that this What They Do video was classic, and I remember seeing Concierto de Desperado and being blown away by that track. But when this video for What They Do hit Yo MTV Raps, it was so dope. It had the captions at the bottom that was pretty much poking a little fun, just tongue-in-cheek at the stereotypes of rap videos of the time, the cliches that would happen in a bunch of rap videos at the time. And apparently this didn't sit well with a lot of industry acts. I've also heard from Black Thought's interviews of him speaking about this track and how it created some friction with some Queens MCs, Nori, Nas. These acts come to mind, and because of some of the things that the video illustrated. And once again, Questlove really dives deep into this in that podcast, What Had Happened Was. So go check that out. Now, going into the track itself, it was produced by Questlove and Raphael Sadiq. I didn't know Raphael Sadiq was a part of the production. I'm like most big rap nerd fans. Yes, I was reading liner notes, but I will say the one knock I have on Illadelph Halflife as a product itself is that the liner notes are sometimes hard to read. There was a lot of information on there, and some pages to my memory were just hard to read. The font was small and the pages were dark, so it was hard, and the color choices were not always on point with the liner notes on that album. So doing my research on this, and then also hearing the podcast that Questlove, when he went into the details of this, that was a wonderful surprise, man. Shout out to Raphael Sadiq, definite legend in this music thing of ours. Now the album was actually mixed by the legendary engineer Bob Power. If you don't know Bob Power, well, now you do, because Bob Power, not only was he responsible for a lot of Roots projects and the mixing behind that, but a lot of Tribe Called Quest joints, specifically Midnight Marauders, Low End Theory, People's Extensive Travels. I messed that whole thing up, huh? So, but yeah, man, shout out to Bob Power, legend. And the last thing I want to say about What They Do in this particular track is that I have a group called What They Do. Some of y'all might know. It's me, Sweet Jesus, Thousand, aka Sir Charles, and the homie Spaz, and also the lost member of ours, R.I.P. the Name Brand. But when we created What They Do, is because what they do is the phrase commonly used within Miami. It's que volar. It's what's going on, So we came up with What They Do, but when I was formulating the intro for the album Substance Abuse that we released, I had to sample this joint. So I did sample a little portion of this particular track, the part where the girl says, what they do. So, little Easter egg for y'all that know what it is. Go check out What They Do Substance Abuse, Just a little shameless plug right there. But side B is Respond React. This is actually the joint that kicks off the album. If you're familiar with the Illadelph Halflife album, this is the first track that kicks it all off. It's high energy. It's real dope. Murder on the bars from Black Dot. You know what I'm saying? Malik B. You know what it is. This track was produced by one of the Roots members, Kilo. Now, and that had me back in the days when I would listen to this track is on the hook when he's saying the way Black Dot says, bring it back, respond, react. For some reason, it always kind of sounded to me like he was shouting out Terror Squad. So bring it back, Terror Squad, react. That for some reason, it just, even to this day when I hear it sometimes, I can't help but think that. And a part of me felt when I saw Black Dot featured on the Big Pun album that maybe Big Pun may have heard the same thing and been like, hold up, is he saying Terror Squad? And then, obviously, real recognize real, skill recognize skill. And of course, Big Pun would later on bring Black Dot into the Big Punisher Capital Punishment album. I think that's a feature that I remember at the time caught a lot of people off guard. A lot of people were sleeping on Black Thought as a elite lyricist at that time. Of course, today Black Thought is in most people's top fives, for sure, of MCs still doing it, So shout out to the Roots. I love this track. I'm glad I got this tape. It came in a bundle, so I got lucky on that regard. Illadelph Halflife to this day is my favorite Roots album. Now, do you want more Things Fall Apart? Yes, these are classics. These are great. I even like Phrenology. And a lot of, pretty much all their albums are really tight. But Illadelph Halflife for me is the one. I mean, that's the one that is the golden egg for them. This is their Illmatic, in my opinion. So I don't know how y'all feel. Let me know. I'm all ears. Check this out. Orion Hip Hop is the channel on YouTube. Subscribe, hit the bell, all of that. Drop some comments, likes. I would appreciate it. And another shameless plug, my album Bass, Brass and Silver Slugs, is available on all streaming platforms. Go check that out. Go check out the Roots. Come on, man. Do your knowledge. Do your knowledge. That's all I ask. That's all I'm trying to help y'all with. Peace.